Hey, this is Scott Musgrave. I'm with Curly Hair Artistry. Thanks again for joining me today. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's possible. What kind of transformation can you experience when you visit a stylist that's a curly hair specialist? So I have an example. I'm going to show you a client of mine, and her name is Kim. So the very first photo that I'm going to show after this little segment is her hair, and what I want you to do is look at the back of her hair. See how the thinned out section is at the bottom. This is what she used to do to her hair. She would use all kinds of products. She would sometimes occasionally flat iron it, and as I showed you on vlog number 5 about silicones and how silly ingredients can really destroy your hair, her hair shows an example of what most people recommend for her to use. And when she goes out and does searches on her own, these are the products that she finds. When she goes down through the drugstore or through a traditional big box store, she will find products that coat her hair, weigh it down, and when she flat irons it, it starts to break off. If she goes to hairstylists that Kim will say, my hair is so bushy it needs to be thinned out, they'll take thinning scissors, which is really one of the worst things you can do for curly hair. So I want you to look at this picture of Kim and see how her hair looks as a before shot. This is how she came into my studio. I document every photograph, every client with a photograph, and this gives you an idea of what her hair looked like. So as you can see, it's really a mess. And when I got her hair wet, it would be tacky. It felt like glue. I would let my hands go like this with my hands, and I could feel things balling up. So as warm water was hitting her hair, it was reactivating the sticky, gluey, excessive oil, silicone-based products and really making it a mess. And it's like warming up and reheating something in a microwave. You're reheating some of these ingredients on wet hair, and it just melts it back in. And to be honest with you, a lot of times hair can repel water if it's coated up and built up so bad. It repels water. So a lot of my clients will say, my hair is just over time taking longer to get wet. That's usually a sign that there's silicone buildup. So the second picture that I'm going to show you is a one-time application of a detox, something I call a detox, that removes all kind of buildup that coats the hair. It removes swimming hair, chlorinated hair, mineral hair, hard water hair. And like in 3 minutes, I can detox somebody's hair and remove all the buildup. And then we go into a hydration session where the healing really starts to happen, because we go in and we set a foundation of hydration in her hair. And I wanted to show you, I teach what I call the MAP method. It's my own product application that I have every client go through and do themselves. I don't do the hair. They do the hair, and that is a huge service experience that I offer my clients. When they come in, I give them a sheet, and they sit in my chair with me guiding them through it. So when you leave, you have everything written down like a recipe, and you also know how to do your hair. So if you were to go to scottmusgravehair.com, or if you go to Scott Musgrave Hair, my business Facebook page, every single photo that you see of before and after is my client arriving with their current state of styling process. And the after shot is not what I did, but it's what my client did in my chair with me guiding them through the MAP method product application. So if you click the link below, that will take you to a page that will have the MAP method application online course to help you set up your hair. So what I want you to do now is look at this second picture of Kim's hair. I trimmed the ends, and I did something of what I call Cubist hair cutting. I did a variety of different lengths and did Cubist cutting techniques to make her hair start to pop out from a 2-dimensional straight hair cutting process to a 3-dimensional process. And she did her own product application. So check out this second photo. All right, so let's talk about photo number 3. Photo number 3, 6 months later, she comes back, she's using products on her hair, and this is something that I can almost guarantee everybody. If you're using good, water-soluble, with a foundation of hydration along with a map method, you can return with your hair in better condition. As I explained in a previous video, a lot of people come back with their hair getting worse over time. In my world, hair comes back in better shape. So this next visit is, you'll see that Kim's hair is a little bit darker. She did have her hair colored. She's using really good water-soluble products. You'll see that her hair has gained some length and it's thickened up. So hair is not thinning out. It's not breaking off. The ends don't even look like they need a cut, because in my world, really, in the curly world, there very seldom is split ends, because split ends come from excessive brushing, pulling on it with a flat iron, pulling on it with a brush and a blow dryer, sleeping on a cotton pillowcase shreds your hair, using a towel shreds your hair, shampoo blows up your hair, silicone coats it down and makes it dry out underneath and causes it to break, creating halo. These are all things that stop once you switch over from the regular world of treating your hair to fix it as if there's something wrong, to start embracing your hair, and it actually gets better over time. So check out Kim's number 3 photo, and I'll come back to cut this off, to cut it off a little bit, and I'll show you what the difference in her hair is. So this 4th photo is Kim trusted me enough to not have a straight hair cutting technique, because straight hair cutting techniques create a triangle, or there's chunky lines of coming down here, as if it's like a stepping. And there's also sometimes it's overly layered and it's thin and wispy looking, like the first photo you saw. So Kim trusted me to be able to take some length off and shorten it up a little bit and not make it a triangle. And this is the 4th shot, is what you see, that over a period of about a year, she trusted me to go a little bit shorter and give her something different. And the cutting method that I teach is, once you come in with a map method, you know how to style your hair, you really only need the haircut. So I did my Cubist cutting principles, and I did not re-wet her hair. The final photo is what you see is how she left, and it was done in like about a 30-minute service, and it wasn't re-wet, it wasn't restyled. It's just the cutting technique that I do, along with the method of how I cut, that the hair can maintain its shape while I'm cutting it dry without having to redo it. So it's a wonderful service experience if you're a hairstylist to incorporate dry cutting, repeat client methods on top of the map method, on top of Cubist cutting principles. It's an awesome service experience. So check out this 4th shot of her with her hair a little bit shorter, actually quite a bit shorter. So that's it. As you can see, it turned out really nice. She is still continuing to come in many years now, and she's a wonderful client of mine, so I really appreciate Kim. She's an awesome lady to work with, and if you click on the link below, I'm going to have a written out description of Kim's transformation that is a written out version in a blog that I did recently for hairstylists. And this is the YouTube version of giving you a video version of Kim's transformation. So I'm going to end today's vlog, day 6, and we are going to, it may be 5, I'm starting to lose track. I may not even name the days anymore. So what I want to do is, curly hair is a lot of fun. It can be wild, it can be exciting. So I just want to give you 10 seconds right now of what it's like to live in freedom with curly hair and not worrying about it. So take it away.
Woo-hoo-hoo! This is the way to go. Roll the windows down. Let the wind go through the hair. Woo-hoo!